8 psychological tricks that instantly influence people and why they work. Have you ever wished you could be more persuasive, make people listen, trust you, and say yes more often? You don't need to be a mind reader or a master manipulator. You just need to understand how the human brain works and use a few simple psychological tricks. Today, you'll learn 8 powerful techniques backed by science that can make you more influential instantly. Let's dive right in. The yes ladder trick, also known as the foot in the door technique. Here's the deal. People are more likely to agree to a big request if they've already said yes to a small one. It's called the yes ladder. And it works because humans like to stay consistent with their past behavior. Here's an example. You want someone to donate to a charity. First, ask them, would you sign this petition? Then later ask them, would you consider donating just $5? Another example, want someone to test your product? Start with, can I send you a free sample? Then ask, would you mind giving me a testimonial if you like the product? Mirror their body language. Want someone to like you instantly? Then subtly mirror their movements. Do not copy them like a mime, but mirror them just enough to match their vibe and demeanor. Why does it work? People unconsciously like others who seem like them. This similarity builds instant trust and rapport. Here's an example. If they lean forward, you lean in slightly. If they cross their legs, you eventually do that too. Here's another example. If they speak slowly and calmly, you adjust your pace to match theirs. It's important to keep it natural. If they notice you blatantly copying them, it's game over. Mirror their body language in a subtle way. Use their name, but don't overdo it. Everyone loves the sound of their own name. It lights up the brain like a Christmas tree. It's the best sounding word one can hear. Use it to your advantage, but use it in moderation. As an example, instead of saying, that's a great idea, say, that's a great idea, David. Another example, ending a sentence with someone's name increases trust, as in, thanks for your help, Christina. Here's another tip. Use their name when you greet them and when you say goodbye. It adds a personal and memorable touch. The because trick. This one is pretty wild. People are way more likely to comply with a request if you give them a reason, even if the reason is not true. For example, can I cut in line? I'm in a big rush. Sounds fine and makes sense, right? But this works surprisingly well too. Can I cut in line because I need to? It is more effective than providing no reason at all. Why? The word because triggers an automatic response. Humans expect reasons. Create scarcity or urgency. When something seems rare, we want it more. That's human nature, and it's called scarcity bias. For example, this is a limited time offer. There are only 5 spots left. Another example, the price is going to go up on Friday. Or even, this is by invitation only. People really hate missing out. Just don't fake it. Fake scarcity is easy to spot and it breaks trust instantly. Make people feel seen. The spotlight effect. Want to make someone feel important? Notice them, remember details, ask them follow-up questions. For example, hey, you mentioned your daughter was starting school. How is she doing? Or, you always ask great questions. I noticed that about you. These moments seem small, but in actual fact, they are huge. People want to feel seen. Give them that feeling, and you'll be remembered for it. Ask for help. The Ben Franklin effect. Here's an interesting one. When you ask someone for help, they're more likely to like you. Ben Franklin did this by borrowing a rare book from a rival, then thanking him publicly. It actually turned their relationship around. Here's an example. You are great with numbers. Can I please get your input on this? Or, what would you do if you were in my situation? It's disarming, it builds connection, and it shows that you respect the other person's expertise. The power of silence. This one is very underrated, but it's powerful. Silence. After you make a point or ask a question, just pause. People rush to fill silence gaps, and in that gap, they will often reveal more, or they will agree with you just to ease the tension. For example, you say, I think $1,500 is a fair price for this project. Then, stay quiet. Another example, you ask, what do you need to feel confident moving forward? Then let them think. Don't interrupt. Silence makes you seem calm, confident, and thoughtful. Try it next time you're negotiating or pitching an idea. Let's review what we've learned. Get others to say yes to something small, then ask for more. Mirror them to build trust. Use their name naturally. Using the word because works wonders. Scarcity and urgency create desire. Make people feel seen and heard. Ask for help to build connection and rapport. Use silence to create impact. Use these tricks to connect with others, but do not manipulate them. They will make your conversations more powerful, your relationships deeper, and your ideas more persuasive. Which of these are you going to try first? Leave a comment below. And if you found this helpful, give it a like, share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe for more smart content just like this. Thanks for watching. And remember, influence isn't about control, it's about building a connection.